What's up, guys? Welcome back to a new video. Today we're going to be looking at this exercise. This exercise is asking us to find basically the limits, right? The limits of this. Um, so how can we do this? This is a bit interesting because it's quite honest. We could use a calculator. The calculator. I don't know how to pronounce that. And it would be simple enough to actually do that, but it's a bit yeah, a bit difficult if we don't have access to a calculator. So how can we do that actually? How can we find the limit of this? Well, first of all, we want to do the following, right? We want to do the limit, right? The limit of this whole thing. Let me just take it like so. Make it smaller actually because we don't want it that big. Limit of this as n approaches infinity. What is it, right? What we're gonna do is sequence of an order of really simple exercises. So we're gonna take this, I'm gonna simplify it. So what can we see here? The highest degree in both sides is n cubed. So what we can do is factor that out. So 4, 4 plus 7 over n squared plus, right, will be plus 1 over n minus 4 over n cubed as well. And now I'll do the same thing on the lower side. N cubed, right? 7 over n cubed minus 3n, 3 over n, I suppose. Yeah. Plus 1 over n cubed, basically. Well, sorry, no, that's only going to be 1. So what happens then? Basically, this cancels out. We can cancel these two guys out. So we simply have the following statement. So we can just copy this, put it on the underside, so we have more space. So we can simply delete these two guys as we have cleared out. And now we're simply gonna input here to infinity, right? What happens if I input to infinity on my denominator? Well, it means I will go closer and closer to 0 up until I get to 0. So, and just to explain this, I can just actually just show you in case you don't get what I mean, is I have the following, right? I have the following. And let's say, for example, we want to take 7 to the n cubed. So we take 7 and then n cubed, let's say n is, I don't know, 10,000, and then we do cube. Look, this approaches to 0 basically. So you can basically do this method, and this will, when as n approaches to infinity, this will turn into 4 because basically we have it the same as before. And let me just with the calculator here. And then 7 over n cubed is going to turn 0. 1 over n is going to turn to 0. And 4 over n cubed is going to turn to 0 as well, right? Same thing here. This is going to be 0 minus 0 plus 1. So our result is 4 over 1. So at the end, the limit of this function can be simply seen as 4. And we can actually check this out with the calculator again. So we go back and we can do here AC. Let's do 4, and then let's do 10,000. 1, 2, 3, 4, and then cube, right? Plus 7 plus n cubed, 10,000 squared. Is that 10,000? Yeah. Minus 4, then 7 minus 3 n squared, so 10,000 plus, and then 10,000 again, cube. And as you can see, it approaches to 4. It basically is 4. So that's what we want to do here. That's basically the gist of the idea. We can repeat the same thing here, right? We can repeat the same method right here. So again, we take the function here. We're going to copy it, duplicate it, make it a bit smaller so we have more space to work with. Then this is going to be the highest exponent here. So that means we're going to have 1 over n squared minus 1 over 3 over n plus 1 plus 2 over n cubed, basically. We have n cubed. We have 3 plus 5 over n squared minus 1 over n cubed. These two will cancel out. And once we approach to infinity, we're going to have 0 minus 0 plus 1 plus 0, right? 3 plus 0 minus 0, and it's basically going to be 1/3. And the limit of that basically is 1/3. So we can simply take this whole guy here, duplicate it, put it over here, remove this because we don't want it. We want to put this guy here, right? And this is going to be 1/3. So we can write it here, 1/3. So it's quite simple. We can actually verify this in the calculator again. So let's go ahead and check it out. Give me a second. So again, we're gonna have a fraction. So we're gonna have 10,000 minus 3 10,000 squared plus, and then 10,000 cube plus 2, right? And then 3n, so 10,000, and then cube minus 5 times 10,000, right? Minus 1. So as you can see, this is going to be 1/3. We can actually attempt this. 1/3 is so basically like this. So that's pretty much the gist of it. And yeah, I think that pretty much covers how to find limits using this type of method. Right? In this case, we could also make it so I'm not really that sure. Yeah, I think that's pretty much it. So yeah, thanks again for watching, and I'll see you in the next video.